Hi everyone, it's Ash here, and I'm just going to be quickly running you through a tutorial on how to install CREO on your home PCs. So you'll be using the CREO Educational Edition, which is provided by PTC, which is free for university and school students. And your starting point is this link here. So I'll make sure that I have included it both in the description of this video and on Canvas, so it's easily accessible for you. And once we have this page in front of you, we can get started. So to start with, you need to just fill out this form over here on the left-hand side. So this basically registers you as a student with PTC so that you can then create your student account. So first name, last name, email, you can use either your personal or your student email. It doesn't really matter which one. Your country, obviously we are in Australia right now. The academic role, you guys are students. Grade level, college/university, graduation year. I know that most of the degrees that are starting at the moment for 2026, if you're in a standard engineering degree, are around 4 years. So I expect most of you will put like 2030, but feel free to adjust that to whatever you like. How did you hear about us? Feel free to put just the university courses. How will this software be used? For university courses, you can write a little blurb in there if you like. Your school/institution name, so that is the University of Newcastle. Your school website or the school website URL. I just use the university homepage, so just use the newcastle.edu.au. You can copy and paste that into the form. The area of study or instruction, so this course is technically in mechanical engineering, you can write that, or you can write whatever degree you are currently studying. Then there are the two checkboxes at the bottom, which are the privacy statement and the agreement that you will use this for educational purposes only, which is what it's designed for. And if you make any parts on this educational license as well, it won't be able to open in the commercial version anyway. So we shouldn't have any issues with that. So once you've filled all this out, hit the Get Started button and it will jump to the next page. Now I will jump forward in the recording here, so feel free to pause this video now and press play when you have filled out this form and press the Get Started button. Alright, so once you have hit that Get Started button, you will be taken to this Thank You for Registering page. So from here, you want to click on the button that says Install CREO Now. I've already jumped ahead a little bit and opened all the relevant tabs, but once you hit that Install CREO Now button, you should be taken to this PDF document. Now, I would recommend either saving this PDF document or keeping it open in a separate tab, because when you tend to click on these links, it overrides the PDF and can be a bit hard to jump backwards and forwards. So to start with, you actually want to create an account, because you'll need an account to download the relevant files from the server. So once you've sent the request that you filled out previously with that form, you want to click on this link here, which will take you to the Create a New PTC User Account. So you want to make sure that this is clicked on the Education tab. It should automatically do that, but just check that. So you want to fill that out with your first name, last name, email, confirmation email, so same email again. Parents' email address is not relevant in this case. Education program, so you want to pick other. If you're using this specifically for like Formula SA or one of the robotics clubs or challenges, you would click on those, but we're doing this for an actual course, so we would hit other. Title, college/university student, same as before. School, University of Newcastle. State/province, don't worry about that. This is all filled out with the American states and provinces, I believe. Country, you want to select Australia, and then set your password. So set this to something that you will remember, and then click on the Create. Once you have also filled out the CAPTCHA or the security challenge. So complete that and press the Create Account button. So I'll pause the video here as well so that you guys get a chance to catch up, and then we will jump forward to downloading the program. Okay, so once you have finished creating your account and setting your password, you want to come back to this PDF document here that we started from, and you want to click on this link at the top, which will take you to the PTC login page where you can then log in and download the software. Apologies, I know it is a bit of like backwards and forwards and jumping through hoops, but we are nearly there. So once you get to this login page and you log in with your email address, which or your the username you set previously and your password, it will take you to this next page here, which is the export agreement. This basically says that you won't redistribute any of the software and you will use it for its intended purposes. So by doing that, you can click the checkbox and press continue. Now, this is the page that will show you all the different versions of CREO. So previously we've used CREO 9. They are the versions that are used in all of Michael's videos. However, the lab PCs and everything for this 2026 running of the course will be done in CREO 12. So to do that, we want to find CREO 12, which is at the top, pretty easy, and then we click on this link here. This will then start the download. So I will pause it here because it is a significantly sized download, and I will come back once it is downloaded. So feel free to pause it here as well and come back once the file has been fully downloaded. All right, so once that download is completed, you want to find it within your file explorer. So it should pop up as a zip folder named med100win, and the version of CREO should be somewhere in that file title. So the first off, what you want to do is extract all of this. So you want to extract it into a new folder. So you also probably want to pause the video here as well to allow your computer time to do that, as there is 6 gigabytes worth of files that it needs to extract. Then we will jump back across to that PDF and I will follow through the rest of the instructions. Okay, so once the extraction is complete, you should see that you have a non-zipped version of the folder you just downloaded. So you want to go into this and you can see the contents are all available here. So we also want to go back and reference the PDF that we were working from before. Feel free to follow this and have a crack at installing this without following the video, as the instructions are pretty in-depth and it may be quicker to just like skip ahead with it, but I will follow through step by step for those who need it. So now that we have extracted the zip file, we want to find the setup exe application and we want to run that as the administrator. So if you right click on it, it should give you the option to run as administrator. So that's what we want to do. So that just as we're installing a new program on the PC, we want to make sure that we have permissions to do so. So this should open the CREO installation assistant. I'll pop that just there. It's not really a great spot to put it, so we can kind of still see everything else as well. But this is where you will be selecting and filling out all the relevant details to actually install the software. So I'm going to click on install new software as it says, and then click next. So this is the general software agreement. So we want to accept this. Feel free to read through this on your own time. And then by checking this box, I confirm that software is being installed and used in compliance with the export agreement we went through before, and basically saying that we're going to use it for its intended purpose. So we are all good there. Press next. So the license code is in this PDF. That's this blue text here. But you actually, when it opens up, you've got license sources. We want to use a node locked license generation. So enter your sales order number or product code here. So that is where we want to paste this in. So we'll copy this and paste it in here. And then you want to click on install licensing. So it will take a little second to process. It will then ask you to log in with your PTC account. So I will quickly pause the recording here so everybody can fill out the relevant details there. And we will press on after everyone has logged in. All right, so once you have entered your login details, it should continue to process for a little while, and then eventually it should come up and say success, which means that, hooray, we have validated the license code and we're good to keep going. So once we have all that popped up and we have the success item there, we press next. So this will come up and ask you where you want to install the program files. You're right to change this to whatever suits your computer best. You also have the option to remove the certain utilities, but for the sake of simplicity, I will leave this all as is. So once we're happy with that, it tells us that we need 9.7 gigabytes of space, which I have 190 gigabytes available, but that will be different depending on your PC. And it's your choice to enable diagnostic data if you wish to, which will help them with troubleshooting different things. So then we click next. You also have different extensions here that you can and cannot install. Feel free to just leave these as standard. You can go through if you're limited in space and remove some of these simulation and render options, but that is up to you. So then once that's all done, we hit install. And that will slowly tick away and install all of the required packages. I will pause the recording here again for one final time to show you what happens at the finish and how you can test that the installation has worked and how to open CREO just from the start menu. Okay, and once that installation is done, we can see that everything here is at 100%. My PC in particular has completed CREO parametric here with some warnings. If this comes up for you, you can click on the little information box here and it will tell you why. So my particular computer or my home PC is quite old, so my hardware is not fully qualified for the Photo Render Studio, meaning that the highest level of renders you can create in CREO parametric may not look as expected on my PC. We won't be doing any rendering in this course though, so I am fully okay with that. So once we have all of that sorted, we can just press finish and we should be all good to go. So how you can check that is if you go to your search bar and you type in CREO, you should come up and see CREO Parametric 12.4. So if we click on that, we should be able to open it. It may take a little while to open the first time because it's got to boot everything up. I may pause it here while it loads because it is loading, unfortunately, on the second screen. But when it has loaded, I will move it across. Okay, so it should come up as follows here. So you should have the resources center that pops up on top of everything. That is normal. You will not be required to use that for this course though, so feel free to close that down. You'll also probably get the pop-up telling you that there is a newer version available because it tells you to just download the base CREO 12. Feel free to do that as well. Closing down the information tabs that come up here as per Michael's CREO software overview video, which will be the video that follows on from this one. And this should be how we start working. So I will leave this video here. Hopefully it wasn't too hard to follow along with. And please let me know if you have any issues or any weird bugs that come up in the install because I guarantee that there will be a few and you won't be the only one that experiences one if you do. So please let me know if anything comes up and we'll work through them together. Thanks. Bye.